Happy. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm out here trying to rock it out. I was listening to music, but hey, y'all. It is 6:30. It is time for mending and moving forward. So I'm Lena B, your host always. Yeah, I was kind of torn between what I was going to talk about this week. But like I said, if you ever want to rewatch the episodes, of course. If you ever want to rewatch the episodes, you can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on Spotify. I'm still currently putting up the videos, so they not all. I think right now we only have episode 1 on Spotify. But it's also on Facebook. You can always get it on Facebook. Yeah. So recap of last week. Last week we spoke about trauma. We spoke about like defining it as far as I can define it. I am not a psychologist, psychiatrist, or nothing like that. I'm just an individual that is living through and getting over my traumas and getting over, like, I wouldn't say getting over, but gradually working towards, like depression and everything else I suffer with. So, we just basically spoke about our people's perception of trauma and how, for me personally, I feel like trauma is not accepted as much as we would like it to be accepted. I'm sorry, y'all, my light fell down. But yeah, it's not accepted as much as we would like it to be. Yeah, and I gave a little bit of a background towards some of my trauma and everything. So this week, basically, I just want to talk about the hard days we have. And just what I feel like makes it harder, especially when you suffer with like depression and anxiety, like I just want to talk about us getting through it and just being honest about like how I feel on my days. For me lately, I've been having, I would say, on and off days of, I want to be around nobody. I want to stay in my little bubble, and I've been having a lot of those days. And I feel like for people who suffer from trauma, or let me not even say trauma, people who suffer from depression, like a lot of things can make you stay in that state. And when I say stay in that state, I'm sorry, y'all. When I say stay in that state, it's just like financially, physically, emotionally, like mentally, a lot of stuff can let us have down days. Um, for me, I would say I try my best not for like relationship wise. I try my best for not to make that put me into depression because I feel like as long as I love myself, I care less like about the situation. Not saying that I don't care about the next person. It's just I care to keep killing myself over a situation that I feel like I'm doing my best, through my depression. Um, because it is hard to be a person who has depression and try to be in a relationship. And depression and anxiety together don't even make it no easier. But for me, like financial stuff hurts me the most. it triggers my depression like no other. um, like ooh, it's I will say that what's keeping me so much is God in my Bible. Keeping in the word. And like I said, disclaimer, I'm gonna always talk about God on my show, and I'm sorry if it offends anybody, but that's just me. That's what I believe in, and that's what I'm always push, because honestly, if it wasn't for him, we would not be here. We wouldn't wake up this morning. We wouldn't be able to talk, speak, walk. Like, regardless if you could walk, like, you breathe. You get what I'm saying? Like, so for me, I'm always going to bring God up because I know personally for me, I've been through a lot of situations and I just feel like if God didn't step in and be the person that God is, and let me not say person because I know some of y'all might be like, he's not a person, but be the being that he is, like, I would not be here today. I would not be able to sit here and have started this movement and this podcast to even help others heal. Because, like I told y'all in the beginning of my entire podcast, like, my movement is not about just me sitting here talking, it's about me starting a whole new culture of us sticking together, healing together. Because, like, we had a conversation last week, like, we watch so much people like they do these things after they've went through this process. I don't want to do that. I want us to grow and heal together. So that's my ultimate destination for this. And we gonna keep going. When we heal, we still gonna keep holding each other accountable of staying healed and not letting no situation break us down again. But it's depression is real. I will say that depression is real. Um, I have good days. I have bad days. I'm sure we all do. When you suffer from depression, you have good and bad days. Um, it's all about just keep pushing through. Like, trust and believe me, I know about just not wanting to do nothing. Just wanting to just stay in your bubble. Just stay in that bubble and don't talk to nobody. You don't want to answer your phone sometimes. There's days where, for me personally, like, I just feel like the whole world's against me, and that's when I know, like, I've my depression is kicking my butt. Like, when I feel like it's like I'm just in this little black box, and a black box is just coming in on me, you know, like, I just I just have to pray. Like, when I feel like that, I just have to say, God, please give me the strength, because I just know, like, if it was just to be me, like, I wouldn't want to be around nobody. I wouldn't want to be anywhere. I wouldn't want to ever leave a show, never leave nowhere. Like, I just wouldn't care, you know. Um, but yeah, feel like I feel like, how will I say? I feel like in general. Like, just, I don't even know how to explain it, but I just feel like in general, like, it's just those days where, you just look, you wake up and you be like, oh my God, why did I wake up? Not say that you don't want to be alive. It's just, you just want to sleep those depressed days away. Like, you just want to sleep and wake up and pray you feel better. So like I always try to say, you gonna have bad days, but sometimes I just thank God for the people I do have in my life that, regardless of how I feel, in the days I feel like I don't have the strength, like I really don't have the strength to push my own self, like they can sit there and be like, nah, get up, don't do that, don't lay in the bed all day, don't come outside. You know, I thank God every day, because if I didn't have them on the days, like I didn't have the strength to pray and go to God, like I don't know where I would be. I know my kids are my biggest motivation, but I will say this: when you're a parent and you have to keep doing and doing and doing for your kids, you just feel like overwhelmingly just tired, you know. So it's like my I feel bad, to know that there's days where I'm so depressed I don't eat. And my kids will come and be like, Mommy, you gotta eat. Like, here's something to eat. I feel so bad because it's like, as a mother, you're the one who's supposed to be taking care of your children. Your children should never have to come to you and be like, hey, Mommy, here, eat something. So that hurts me the most about being a parent and you're still not healed from a lot of stuff because you're just a parent. So I do, in my opinion, I feel like if you struggle from depression, trauma, anything, like try your best to heal yourself before you even look to have children. And I know sometimes that's just hard. And I do know a lot of us, because I can admit, for me personally, I had my first son because I felt like the love around me was not the type of love I wanted. I wanted to have somebody that I know would love me and always love me unconditionally, no matter what I did. And I felt like having a child would do that for me. But no matter how much somebody loves you, if you don't love yourself, it doesn't, it's not, it doesn't, it don't feel the same. And yes, I love my kids to death, but it was like I didn't love myself. So no matter how much I'm like, oh, I know my kids love me, and I didn't love myself. So it was me questioning, why would people even want to love me? Like, who wants to love me? Like that was my thought process. I'm not gonna lie, that was my thought process for a very long time. I felt like I was unworthy of love. I felt like I was unworthy in general. I felt like I was the ugliest girl ever. But now, like, I'm older. I am 34 years old, and I'll probably say my age every year, but I'm 34 years old, and I wouldn't change it for the world because it gave me time to learn myself. Yes, I had to learn myself after having children, and that is hard. And that is why I say, like, try your best to learn to love on you while it's just you and you don't have children, because it's hard to do that. And you have children because every day you have to put on this facade of I'm okay when you're not. I did it for a long time. I did it for a long time. Um, Married somebody I probably should have never married because I just felt like all of that would have made me feel better, but it didn't. It didn't. I end up having my twins, and it just felt like me and my three little musketeers. That's honestly how I felt, and to this day, I call them my three little musketeers. Even though I have one more edition, but it would just be my three little musketeers, against the world. Like, and for a long time, like it was like they always knew when I was down, even when they were babies. They always knew, like, and I felt so guilty that they felt it. And I tried my best to put on this facade of everything's okay, mommy's okay, as long as y'all are okay, I'm okay. And we as parents love to say that. But the honest truth is, we're not okay. And we need to admit that within ourselves. We don't have to admit it to our children, of course, but we have to admit that to ourselves and try our best to heal, because you don't want to set on that generational curse, you know. Um, and some people don't look at it as a generational curse, but no matter how much we try to hide it, what we're doing is pushing it onto our children. We pushing it onto our children. We're pushing that. I don't even know how to word it. It's like we're pushing for them to be okay with hiding how they really feel, or putting on a show for people, and I just personally feel like it's not okay to do that. You know, I've done it for so long. Like, I smile, I laugh when I'm outside, but in reality, is like felt, I felt like, and I would say I still have days where I feel like I'm just this broken little girl. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm still healing. So there's days where I still feel ugly. There's days where I feel broken. I feel unworthy. I feel like I don't have a person out there, but then there's days where I stay positive, and I'm like, okay, I know God, and I know people say give it to God and let it go, but let me not say but, because there's no excuse for it. So I will say it's hard. It's hard to just, for me at least, it's hard for me to pray and give it to God and not pick it back up. But that is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to pray and give it to God and don't pick it back up. Just pray again and say, Lord, please help me, because we cannot do this on our own. We can't. And I've learned that in the hardest way ever. I feel like I make mentally or in every way possible, I drain myself because I'm already going through my issues. And I feel like when I do get with somebody, I personally over exhort myself. Did I say that right? Myself, like I give it 1,000%, but I tend to only get back 5%. And I'm just in this era in my life that I'm gonna start giving people back the energy that they're giving to me because I am going to heal. And I will not have my down days be because of someone else. I want my down days to be because of me and how I feel. So lately it's just been my down days are just about how I feel. Like I say, a lot of things could contribute to our down days. And this episode, I just wanted to reiterate that it's okay to have down days. Just keep pushing or call on somebody to help you stay afloat. You know, I've been having a horrible time with it. Like I said, I'm having more down days than I am up. But by the grace of God, that's going to change. And I'm just staying as positive as I can and leaning on the people that I do have, because like I said, there's many days I feel like I don't have nobody. And I know I got people, but like I said, when you're on your down days, you just honestly feel like you don't have anyone at all. And you just gotta know like you do, you know. I don't I'm a person like this. I'm very closed off. So like on my down days, I just stay to myself for the most part. I just stay to myself. I don't let anything overtake me. I don't talk on the phone. I don't listen to music. I don't do anything but just sit there and stare into the blues. Just into outer space. Like, and I sleep and I don't eat. And it's just something I've gotten used to. And I don't know. That's just how it goes. But yeah, y'all, I want us all to heal together. Like I said last episode, I am going to try to put together a meeting for us to meet up together. Um, I'm actually starting to organize that with someone else. um, so like if y'all cook or y'all sell products or anything like that, just hit me up and we'll give you all the information and figure out location at a later date and all of that. And I'm ready to meet y'all. I'm ready to meet everybody in person. So yeah. So like I said, I'm ready for us to heal. I'm ready to just honestly get over majority of these down days. I am ready to get over the majority of these down days. I just know that it's not going to happen overnight. Definitely not going to happen overnight. But I do tend to be impatient. I'm a very impatient person. I get I get upset really easy too. So like those are things that I'm working on. I'm very much working on it. And I hope that as we continue on in this journey that we continually just keep holding on together. Cause it's hard. It's really hard. Out here in these streets. I'm sorry, I do joke around a lot. I play too much, but that's just how I cope with life itself. I'm always laughing, joke, make jokes, and yeah, regardless of how I'm feeling. That's just me. That's just me. You know, but it's difficult out here. Like I said, eventually, like we're gonna go deeper into stuff. But we just started, and I don't want to talk y'all ears off. Let me stop. But we just getting into it, and we could always go deeper back. The more we get into these episodes, and like I said, we'll have people keep pulling up and pulling in and hitting us up, and we talking and talking together, the whole nine. So I'm grateful to be able to even do this because my depression and everything is real. It is. It's very much real, and I can see why a lot of people end up where a lot of people end up, doing the things they do. Like for me personally, I'm not suicidal, so
Yeah.
personally, but people do that, and my heart goes out to anyone who feels like that. And like I said, if y'all ever want to talk, I'm always going to be here, because it's just, I understand how it feels. I'm sorry, y'all. But, yeah, I just, I can understand where y'all thought process might go, there, but I feel like personally, like, you have to be stronger. I understand life gets hard. Trust and believe me, I understand life gets hard. It is never a reason to go to the extent of hurting yourself because when you do that, you're hurting so many people around you, you know. So if I could ever be the listening ear to help you vent and just talk, and we come to some type of alternative to your thoughts, just like I said, y'all could always, I have my Facebook, it's Lena B. You could always hit me up on Facebook. You can always hit me up at our number. Um, and like I said, I'm always be that listening ear because I understand 100%. how y'all feel, but I don't feel you should ever take it to that extent. Cause trust and believe me, baby, God put you on this earth for a reason. God don't give you more than you can take. And that's coming from somebody, Lord, I be feeling like life kicking my butt, but I keep going. Cause I just feel like at the end of my road, like the light's gonna be there and I'm gonna touch it and I'm gonna go into it and I'm gonna see my rainbow. And I'm gonna get to the end of that rainbow. So I feel like that's how it is for all of us. It's just the distractions, the detours, the wrong people who waste your time and a lot, like, and for the most part, like, people who waste your time are people who hurt you. And I've come to a realization that, you know what, I don't hate nobody who's hurt me. And you know why? That was a lesson for me. That's gonna make me a better person. I judge nobody. I don't judge nobody. I don't judge what nobody go through. I just, like I said, people might look at me and be like, yo, like, you can't say nothing to me because look at situations you've been through. No, baby, I can. You know why? Because it taught me a lesson, like, what I should never do again. Like, personally, for me, like, my depression is on, like, my time wasted for a lot, for the most part. Like, I just feel like I wasted my time. I wasted my years away. I'm young still. But I feel like I wasted a lot of my years away on either people who I know I shouldn't have been with or people that I tried to love as best as I could and it just ain't work out. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just we just gotta keep pushing. We gotta keep pushing. We could never make it break us. Make it make us. Don't make it break you, make it make you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna get through this together. We all gonna get through this together. Um, but like I said, just keep going. Keep going. I'm gonna give y'all the like I said, if y'all ever wanna talk to somebody, y'all can always call me. I don't care. I'm gonna answer the phone. Cause I'm gonna notice where the call coming from. So I'm gonna answer the phone. Cause I don't ever want nobody to feel like they alone. They don't got nobody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know how for me, like, I be having them days, even though I do be having people I could call, but for me it's like I just like being by myself. But I feel like when you having bad thoughts like suicide or nothing like that, like you always gonna have to that's when you need to pick up your phone and call somebody and the right person. Because just because you call somebody does not mean like they ease your mind. They could make it worse. So like I said, you have to always call me. The number is 470-873-6461. Y'all gonna see me looking down because I don't know the number by heart. But like I said again, the number is 470-873-6461. That's where y'all can always call me and talk if y'all want to talk, you know, or any type of business inquiry. That's the number you could call also. If I answer, leave a voicemail. Business inquiries. If I answer, just leave a voicemail. Or you can hit me up on my email, which is lb.mmpodcast@gmail.com. Yeah. You fast to get me through my email though if it's a business inquiry, like I said. Um, but yeah, I know it's hard out here. I know it's hard out here. I know a lot of people is hurting people because they hurt. But it's okay. You don't let them break you down. You do not let them break you down. Like regardless of what I've been through, I still believe in love and I still believe I have a person out there. Might be with them, might not be with them. You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like we all still, regardless of what we go through, we still have our person out there. And I don't feel like you should ever stop believing in love. I don't feel like you should ever give up on everything because at the end of the day, you still got to work on you. If you don't love you, nobody can love you. That's one thing I've definitely learned. If you don't love you, nobody else can't love you. So yeah, sorry, y'all, hold on. Sorry, y'all. But I just feel like no matter what, don't let whatever causes our depression break us. Make it be the reason why you continually keep pushing and just keep going. Find hobbies. For me, I love to write. I love to I love tattoos. I love to read. Oh yeah, talking about that. Sorry y'all. This gonna be a little sidebar real fast. But remember I was telling y'all about my little book I was reading. Can y'all see it? This book is torn up. Sorry y'all. I read this book like crazy. But this is a book I was talking about, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's ripped. Like it's hanging on for dear life. But yeah, I read it and I feel like this is the best book ever to go to. It teaches you structure, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of fell off, like I said, because when I did come out of prison, like life punched me in my face. So I fell off and I started picking it back up because I noticed like everything goes way better for me when I actually structure myself. I'm gonna give y'all a little look at the 7 habits um table. And I love it because it's like they even give you like a chart in here where you could plan out your day. And I love it because honestly, for me, I feel like when you wake up early in the morning and you don't laze around, like you feel so much better. Um, just getting up and going, get yourself together. So I just wanted to show y'all, like I loved it. I love this book. I could read this a million times, even though I know it probably by now from front to back. But it tells you like your victories. Like you have public victories, you have private victories. It teaches you to like what should be private and what should be public victories. Like personally for me, I feel like if you're doing any type of ventures in life, like don't nobody need to know until it's out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just my personal thought process. Because you don't know who's not for you, if that makes sense, or who be against your project. So like it teaches you like all of that. There is a other book I read. It's called The Kid and the CEO. I love it because actually, when you read that book, this book is gonna tell you books like you should read, and this book is actually in there. So I loved it, and when I found this book, oh my god, I was so excited. I was still locked up. I got this book while I was in prison, so I was so excited when I found this book. Um, most people do their prison sentence, and they're reading like all type of books, stupid books. They want to read fantasy books and all type of bull crap. I wasn't really into that. Like I read probably like two or three, and then I started reading my Bible and uplifting books, and because I was like, I'm gonna use this time to better myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I was somewhere I didn't need to be, and why should I be of that environment? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I tried my best to encourage people, everyone around me while we was in there to like stay strong. You know, I made a couple friends, we still talk to each other. I try to lift them as much as I can, because at the end of the day, like I'm still going through stuff I'm going through. So there may be a lot of days they don't hear from me because, yeah, mentally I'm going through my own stuff, but I try my best to remember that we all going through stuff, you know. So these books kept me a lot of days. I slept with my books up with me in the dark reading books. But it this book especially, it teaches you so much. And then I read this other book. It was called, ooh, I had took this class in there, and man, I can't remember the name of it. It was an orange book though. Once I get the name, y'all gonna hear me repeat it in one of my episodes. But like, I'm not gonna lie. What you learn in this book, if you suffering from depression or anything, like this book, following the structure, because it's not really a structure, it's giving you more changing your mindset, and it helps so much. I'm not gonna lie, it helps so much. It helped me personally so much. What worked for me might not work for you, but you wouldn't know unless you try. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's we gonna get somewhere in this. Like we healing together. Like I said, we are mending and moving forward because we are going to mend and move forward. Um, and we're gonna learn ourselves as we go through this journey together because you never know yourself completely. Every day's a learning process, you know. So we're gonna keep going. We definitely gonna keep going. We're gonna keep moving forward because we cannot stay stagnated. We cannot let life beat us down or make life get so hard that we don't want to be here anymore. You know, because like I tell y'all all the time, and I'm gonna keep saying it in my episodes, I understand. Because if I be honest, I tried to commit suicide when I was 15 years old. So trust and believe me, I understand. So we're gonna keep healing together. We're gonna keep healing together because it's gonna be the betterment for us. It's gonna be for the betterment of these younger generations because I feel like a lot of these kids nowadays are messed up because we are unhealed people, parents trying to raise children when we are still learning ourselves, you know. But like I said, dude, a lot of these things I'm talking on, like, we're gonna hit them in depth a little bit more in episodes, but I just had to I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to let y'all know, like, just touch the tip of the iceberg today and just let y'all know, like, it's okay to have down days. It's okay to feel what you feeling, but we can't make it make us. You know, like, there are many days that I don't feel like getting up and going to work.
Amen.
But I do, because I know if I don't get up and go to work, I ain't gonna have nowhere to live. I can't feed my kids. I can't. So even if I ain't doing it for myself, I'm doing it for my kids, you know? So yeah, I had to just talk about this for our third episode. Third episode, y'all. But yeah, I had to hit on that this week because this week was a very trying week for me. I'm not gonna lie, like, I didn't go to work on Sunday. You know, like, and it was hard for me to wake up Wednesday, and today was hard. And I'm not gonna lie, the only thing that pushed me through getting through my days, honestly, is coming back on my podcast. And like I said, we healing together. Because honestly, we are healing together, because that's all we can do. Stick together and just keep pushing. Because it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Um, it's just, we just gotta keep pushing. We gotta keep pushing. We gotta keep going. We can't make none of this break us. We can't, because if we do, it's everything that we want out of life is just not worthy no more. You know. So I just feel like we me starting this movement was for a reason. I got this vision for a reason, and I'm gonna keep pushing it regardless of my down days. And I want y'all to keep pushing, keep dreaming, keep going, regardless of your down days. Because woo, y'all know how many days I was like, nah, I might just cancel. It took me a while to even start it because I was procrastinating. I was just in my thoughts of, like, am I even worthy enough to even start this? Is it gonna make no sense? And I finally just spoke to my therapist about it. Cause yes, I got a therapist. Cause it be hard. It be hard. So I brought it up to my therapist, and she was just like, I feel like you should just start whenever you're ready. She was like, and not when you ready per se, but I think you should start it now because it's gonna be worth it, you know. So I did it, regardless of me feeling depressed. And I'm not gonna lie, that first day I did the podcast, oh, I was depressed because I'm going through a situation right now, and oh, I just feel like, why me? You know, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm going through a couple of situations right now, and yeah, I just like, why me? Like, do I not deserve it? Do I not continually questioning yourself? But I just gotta go on my knees and pray to God like I keep doing, and just saying, God, like, take the wheel. What, do your will, you know? And I kept reciting this passage from the Bible since I've been locked up. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And whenever I pray to God about my situations, it just, He answers me, you know? And it's like God just keeps telling me, like, push through. You got this, baby girl. Keep pushing. And I'm hearing Him because I'm finally to the point where I'm like, it's okay. It's okay for me to have my down days, but I still got to get up and I still got to go, you know, because if I just sit there and I don't do nothing, it's going to be all for nothing. You know, I'm going to just really waste my time away, you know, and it's okay. It's okay. So I'm just healing, baby. We all healing. We're all healing together. Together we healing. We are definitely healing together. I can tell you that. Because, woo, I'm a work in progress. I'm definitely a work in progress. And I would never try to make it seem like I am. I'm never going to make it seem like I'm better than nobody. Because guess what? Just like y'all going through it, I'm going through it. And that's that. You know what I'm saying? I just want y'all to know it's okay. It's okay for us to have our days. But yeah, y'all. I just want y'all to know it's okay. It is so okay. I know I was sitting here still. I'm sitting here trying to figure out all this technical part of this whole station thing. Um, I'm still a work in progress. We eventually gonna have our little merch. Um, and yeah, it's gonna get better. Get my little spot and whatever. And we gonna have our little spot for mending and moving forward. You know? So yeah, it's gonna be a work in progress. We all working in progress. Let me stop. I play too much. But it's like I said, it's okay. We are healing together, baby. We healing together. And it's okay. Because woo, Lord knows. Lord knows, like, this whole thing is for the birds sometimes. It is, but we gonna make it through. We definitely gonna make it through. We are definitely going to make it through. And I'm gonna make sure to that, baby. Let me stop. God gonna make sure to that. But yeah, it's I pray for this show to continually grow. I pray for the people who come on my station that we do heal, that we do find love, that we do be happy and enjoy life as it's supposed to be. Because God only knows what tomorrow's going to bring. So I just pray to God and ask him for open doors for us. I ask God to just continually watch over us, step into situations before us, like continually just bless us, perform miracles in our lives because we are worth it. So yeah, I know we're gonna make it. We definitely gonna make it. We are definitely going to make it. So we're gonna keep going. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll be having to move all over the place. But we're definitely gonna get through this together. We're gonna get to this together. Cause it's for us to get together. Like this movement, I'm starting this for us to get together, to heal from trauma, to heal from our depression, and even if that's us taking medications to cope with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay, because like I said, I suffer from I suffer from chronic depression. I suffer from anxiety and PTSD. So it's okay to have to take meds to cope with life. Because trust and believe me, I have to. Like, I be trying to weed myself off, but sometimes you just need it. Need something to help you with push a little bit more over and not just sit there, So yeah, I just know it's something that get hard to do sometimes. So for me, like my meds help me a lot because if I don't have it, it's a done deal for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I need it. So yeah, I love y'all so much. And I thank y'all so much for watching this week. Because honestly, I feel like I needed this week. I definitely needed this week because y'all don't even know the end of this. But I definitely love y'all. I love y'all. And I just want us to keep pushing and going forward. because we're going to get over this. We're going to get over it together. We definitely going to get over it together. It's trying, but know that we have each other. We have each other. And I love y'all so much. Peace. Lena be out.